Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English 360 podcast. I'm Mia, and as always, I'm here with my amazing co-host, Alex.
Hey, everyone. It's great to be here. Mia, today's topic is something every English learner struggles with at some point, listening skills.
Oh, absolutely. So many people say, I can read and write in English, but when someone speaks, I understand almost nothing.
Right. It's one of the most common challenges. You hear English movies, podcasts, or even native speakers, and it sounds so fast.
Exactly. But here's the good news. Improving listening isn't impossible. You just need the right habits, the right mindset, and a bit of consistency.
And today, we'll share practical, realistic tips. No boring textbook advice, just things that actually work.
Yes. We'll talk about how to train your ear, how to use movies and podcasts effectively, and even how to deal with different accents.
So, if you've ever felt lost when listening to English, don't worry. You're not alone, and this episode is for you.
Let's dive in and help you become a better listener, step by step.
So, Mia, let's start with a question. Why does listening in English feel so hard for so many learners?
That's a great question, Alex. I think one big reason is that spoken English is very different from written English. When we read, everything is clear. The words are separated, the grammar's perfect. But when people talk, everything connects.
Exactly. Native speakers link words together, reduce sounds, and sometimes even skip parts. Like when we say gonna instead of going to, or wanna instead of want to.
Yes. So if you learned English only from books, it's like you're hearing a completely different language.
Right. It's not that learners don't know the words, they just don't recognize them when spoken fast.
Another reason is that listening requires concentration. When you're reading, your eyes can go back to the last sentence. But when someone is speaking, the words disappear instantly.
True. You can't pause real people. Well, unless it's a podcast like ours.
That's right. And let's not forget accents. English is spoken all around the world. American, British, Australian, Indian, and everyone sounds different.
Totally. I remember when I first listened to an Australian movie, I understood maybe 60%. I thought, wait, are they speaking English or another language?
Same. The first time I watched Sherlock with a British accent, I needed subtitles. It made me realize it's not about not knowing English. It's about training your ear for different sounds.
Exactly. Listening is like going to the gym. The more you train, the stronger your listening muscles get.
Yes, and in the beginning, your brain works extra hard trying to decode new sounds, remember meanings, and understand context all at once. That's why it's tiring.
And some learners get discouraged because they think, I've been studying for years. Why can't I understand everything yet?
Oh, yes. But even native speakers don't understand everything. Imagine two people from different English-speaking countries. Sometimes they have to repeat things too.
That's a great point. So if you don't catch every word, it's completely normal.
Exactly. You don't need to understand 100% to communicate. Focus on the main idea, not perfection.
That's key. Because listening is not about translating every word, it's about understanding the message.
Yes. And once you accept that it's okay to miss a few words, you start relaxing and suddenly your brain listens better.
That's such a powerful mindset. So, listeners, if you've been frustrated with listening, remember, it's not that you're bad at English. Your brain just needs more exposure.
Exactly. Listening takes time, patience, and the right methods. And that's what we'll explore next. So, Alex, now that we know why listening feels difficult, let's talk about how to make it easier. How can we actually train our ears to understand English better?
Great question, Mia. Let's start with something simple. Listen every day. Even 10 or 15 minutes can make a difference. You don't need to study. Just expose your ears to the language.
I love that. It's like background learning. You can listen while cooking, walking, or even brushing your teeth. Podcasts like ours are perfect for that.
Exactly. And the key is consistency. If you only listen once a week, your brain forgets the rhythm and sounds of English. But if you listen daily, even for a few minutes, your brain starts to recognize patterns automatically.
Yes, and don't worry about understanding everything. In the beginning, focus on getting used to the sounds. Your ears need time to adjust, just like when you move to a new country.
That's true. Here's another tip. Use subtitles wisely. When you watch a show or YouTube video, start with English subtitles, not your native language.
Oh, that's a great one. Reading English subtitles while listening helps you connect the spoken words with their written form.
Exactly. But after a while, try turning subtitles off for short clips. Challenge yourself to catch the meaning through context.
Right. And speaking of short clips, that's another trick. Don't listen to long, complicated things at first. Start with something short, maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute, and repeat it.
Repetition is gold. When you listen to the same clip several times, you start catching words you missed before. It's like magic. You think, wait, how did I not hear that before?
Yes, it's like the sound suddenly becomes clear. And that's how your brain learns, by repetition and recognition.
Another powerful method is shadowing. Have you heard of it, Mia?
Yes, that's when you listen to a sentence and repeat it immediately, almost like an echo, right?
Exactly. It trains your mouth and your ears at the same time. You learn the natural rhythm, pronunciation, and intonation of real English.
It's fun, too. You can do it with podcasts, songs, or even movie lines. Just pick a short part and imitate it.
Totally. And don't worry about sounding perfect. The goal is to feel the language, not to memorize it.
Another tip I love is listening to different accents. Many learners only focus on one, maybe American English, but the world is full of accents.
Yes. Try mixing it up. One day, listen to a British podcast. The next, an Australian YouTuber. It helps you become a global listener.
Exactly. It also gives you confidence. If you can understand different accents, conversations in real life feel much easier.
And here's something people often forget: active listening. Don't just play something in the background, really focus sometimes. Ask yourself, what's the main idea? Who's talking? what are they feeling?
Oh, that's brilliant. It turns listening into a mental exercise, not just noise.
So, to summarize, listen every day, use English subtitles, repeat short clips, try shadowing, explore different accents, and sometimes practice active listening.
Perfect. These habits might sound simple, but they completely transform your listening ability over time.
Absolutely. It's not about talent, it's about training your ear little by little every single day.
So, Alex, we've talked about techniques and tips, but now comes the most important part. How to actually make listening practice a part of your daily life without getting bored.
Exactly. Because if it's not fun, you won't keep doing it. Learning a language should feel like a lifestyle, not homework.
I totally agree. So, first tip, find what you love. If you like movies, watch movies. If you love music, listen to songs. Don't force yourself to listen to things that don't interest you.
Yes, for example, I love cooking. So when I was improving my French, I started watching cooking videos in French. It didn't feel like studying. It felt like watching something I genuinely enjoyed.
That's such a great example. I did something similar with Korean dramas. I got addicted to the stories, and my listening just improved naturally.
Exactly. So learners should choose content that sparks their curiosity. That's how you trick your brain into learning.
Right. And another fun way is music. Music is emotional, memorable, and repetitive. Perfect for training your ear.
Totally. You can pick one song per week, listen to it daily, look up the lyrics, and sing along. Before you know it, you're learning pronunciation, rhythm, and vocabulary.
And it sticks in your memory forever. I still remember English words from songs I learned as a teenager.
Me too. And speaking of fun, podcasts are another amazing option. You can find podcasts about any topic, from travel and movies to science and daily life.
Like this one.
Exactly. You can listen while doing something else, walking the dog, cleaning, or commuting. That way, listening becomes part of your routine.
Yes, the idea is to connect English with your daily activities. For example, listen to a podcast while having breakfast or watching YouTube in English before bed.
That's perfect. It turns listening into a habit, something you do automatically.
Another tip, set small challenges. For example, I will listen to one podcast episode every day for a week. When you reach your goal, reward yourself, maybe with your favorite snack or a relaxing moment.
I love that. Rewards make your brain happy, and learning feels like progress, not pressure.
Yes, and you can make it social too. Join an online group or community where people share their favorite English shows or talk about what they listen to.
That's powerful. Because when you talk about what you've listened to, you also practice speaking and thinking in English.
Exactly. Listening and speaking are best friends. They help each other grow.
Here's another fun trick. Change your phone or app settings to English. You'll hear and see the language everywhere. It's a simple but effective way to keep your ears tuned in.
Yes, immersion is the secret. You don't need to live in an English-speaking country to be surrounded by English.
That's right. You can create your own English environment from anywhere in the world through music, podcasts, and online content.
And remember, it's okay to mix fun and learning. Watch a comedy, listen to a true crime podcast, or follow your favorite English-speaking YouTuber. Just keep the input coming.
Exactly. Consistency beats perfection. A few minutes of enjoyable listening every day is better than one long, boring study session.
Yes, so make it personal, make it fun, and make it part of your life. That's the secret to mastering listening.
I couldn't agree more. And honestly, when learning feels enjoyable, progress happens naturally.
So, let's wrap it up. Today, we learned that improving your English listening skills isn't just about hearing words. It's about training your brain to understand meaning, tone, and context.
Exactly. We started by talking about why listening feels so hard because of speed, accents, and limited vocabulary. But now you know that's totally normal. Everyone faces it.
Then we shared practical techniques like shadowing, using subtitles wisely, and focusing on short, repeated listening sessions.
And finally, we showed how to turn listening practice into a fun daily habit. Whether it's music, podcasts, or shows, the key is consistency and enjoyment.
Remember, small, regular practice beats big, stressful study sessions.
Right. Keep your ears open, your mind curious, and your attitude positive.
Thanks for joining us today on English 360 Podcast, where learning English is always simple, smart, and fun.
See you next time, everyone. Keep listening and keep learning.